It's right at 5:30. The sun just went down behind the trees over there. I'm going to check these lights out. I've been down here since 1 o'clock. I went over to Kurt's and then I came back. I haven't seen any train activity today. I don't see the abbeville switcher in the yard, but their crew is gone. So they might have got a taxi out of Cowan Falls or something. I mean, not Cowan Falls, out Elberton or something. All right, thank you. I'll get more when I see a train. I hope to see one. All right, we got lights coming on, y'all. Something we haven't had around here. That one's on over there. Right over there. We got two over here. I only see one of them on. This one up here is on. You can see the light on the ground. You got those two light fixtures over here, so it's going to be nice and bright down here, y'all, if a train comes through. I've been down here since 1 o'clock, and I say it's about 5 or 6 now. All right, thank y'all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hear a train coming out of the south to me. This will be the first train I've seen in 4 or 5 days. I mean, I hadn't even hardly heard anything come through here. Yeah, I missed one like early in the morning yesterday, maybe a couple of them. But I stayed down here till 8 o'clock and I didn't see nothing or hear anything. All right, thank y'all. All right, I walked all the way down here. I know what I heard him blowing at. He ought to be getting pretty close, but he hasn't blown at Red Street yet. If he did, he'd been past me by the time I got down here. All right, let me see if I can show you. We got green over red on the main line northbound. Red over red on the right, northbound on the side. They come together at the switch up there and go out on the main line to Greenwood. All right, thank y'all, which is like 13 miles away. These guys are coming home out of Atlanta. Come home and visit their family, get some sleep. They're probably tired. They could be working anywhere up to 12 hours sometimes getting a train in Abbeville. A lot of them make it like an 8 or 9. It used to be the passenger train. Sounds like he's at Red Street now, so he ought to be down there. But the passenger train used to make it down there in 3 hours, so it ain't that far. It's just that they have to do 45, and those passenger trains would be doing like 80. You know, the Silver Comet and stuff like that. All right, y'all. Well, I know I probably told this story before, but I was thinking about, what it must have been like back then. This was probably in the 20s or the 30s or maybe the early 40s, back when they were running steam trains through here. And over here was the steps to the passenger compartment. And he would sit out here on the steps, and when he see the smoke down that direction, the train coming around the corner, we didn't have all these trees back then. It was all cotton fields and stuff. But anyway, he would see the smoke from the steam engine coming in, and he knew it was a passenger train. He'd jump up, and open up the door, and go in and saying, "Grab your coat, grab your hat, Seaboard Airlines coming down the track." And he would get paid for helping you carry your suitcases and stuff out. So that was how he made some money. I ain't saying he made a living, I don't know. But if you want to make a living on the railroad and you were black, you go down to the railroad shops. And I know that was like the major part of the black workforce in Abbeville. And they would treated respectfully because they did work for the railroad. I'm going to pause. If I see him coming around the corner, I'll get him. He don't act like he's highballing, but that's what these TO system does. Trip optimizer. They'll run these trains slow, and that's why sometimes they're not making it up the hill. They got reprogrammed a little bit, get a little bit more energy up the hill. I can't hear him to tell where he is because that switcher down there's making a bunch of noise. Alright, thank you. I'll catch him in a little bit. Alright, got him coming around the corner, y'all. We've got two engines on the head end. It's a mixed freight, it's a manifest freight, y'all. Alright, let me back up and get further away from the track and stuff. Sorry about that, I messed up the photography, didn't I? CMA8, CW40, something or other. Manifest, but it's all grinders, but it's all corn and stuff like that. Probably gonna make the alcohol that they put in our car in gasoline. But they really could be making cars to run off the water. The technology is out there. They killed the guy that invented it. You're not supposed to know about that. Number 3458. This was wonderful. This is my first train I've seen in 6 days, y'all. Alright, thank you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we had the Abbeville switcher coming down the hill around the corner. He's got a bunch of gondolas. I guess he's either going to back them up in the yard. I looked at the signals at the north end. He doesn't have any signals up there to allow him to come out. So he's just going to come down here and show this train up in the yard and get off work, I bet. Alright, he's letting the conductor off. He got removed the derail. And then he's gonna walk down here and line the switch for the side, for the yard track. He's on the side now. He might have been letting the conductor get on the train so he could drop him off down here at the switch so he doesn't have to walk that far. Sorry about my photography, y'all. $7.97. It's an AC locomotive. You got 4 cars of granite to come out of granite sheds over in Elberton. That's the ES44AA, and it is set up with distributed power, and it has one of those yellow lights on the side of the cab. Brakes going on. Shoving it in the track. ITFX gondolas are essentially not owned by railroads, and the rental company rents these out to the different companies that need them. Alright, he's going to shove it up in the yard track past the derail, and then he can stop. Alright, he's got to go out and line the derail, then to get the stuff off the locomotive. Come down here and check out and go home. Go home to his wife, go home to his family, his kids. Alright, buddy, you're there, you can stop. Alright. I'll catch him lining the derail. Those ditch lights on there, I've talked about this before, I even made a short video. Those are temporary ditch lights. They're magnetic mount, and they plug it into the MU cord connection box to get power. So he'll come up and unplug them, and that'll turn them off. So I guess they put them on there when they sign them that locomotive as a switcher, or it might be something they do when they get it in Greenwood, and then they'll put the lights on there. I'll talk to them and see. Alright, derail is lined. Alright, I'll get more in a little bit. When they get off and get close, I'll talk to them and see what I can find out. Conductor's already walked back. He doesn't like me filming him, so I didn't get him. This is the engineer. He's cleaned all the trash off the locomotive. He's got to walk all this distance. Looks like he walks a little bit faster than the conductor. Conductor's probably been on the ground all day working, so he's probably real tired. Sorry about that. I was checking that. Used to be a switch over here to my left, but they left the signal, the switch stand and stuff over, but I looked over there and it's gone now. Alright, y'all, I'll get him when he gets closer. Walking in, day on the railroad, fixing to go home. This is the only train that originates and terminates out of Abbeville. They're setting railroad history here. That used to happen to a lot of them, but they got rid of them all, but they brought this one back. Alright, thank y'all. Alright, I talked to the engineer about the ditch lights on his locomotives on the long hood end. You know, most or I'm going to say all CSX locomotives have headlights on the head end, but none of them have them on the bottom end. But CSX has made these little kits up, and all the switchers now can put lights on the long hood end, ditch lights, so they can run regular track speed. Otherwise they can't get over 30. And he says some of them they can cut them off by turning off a breaker, and some of them have to be unplugged or whatever to get them to turn off. Alright, and he says they put them on the locomotives, they take them off the locomotive when they know they're going to swap them out, because they run this locomotive about all week and they swap them and give them a new one. And when they carry this over to Greenwood to pick up the new locomotive, they take the ditch lights off of this one, then they got them to put them on the new locomotive. So that's the ditch light story. Alright, thank y'all. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I walked back down here. The abbeville switcher engineer told me I had 2 trains coming out of Atlanta. I went and did some work and I walked back down here. I got green over red on the main line. That's a clear signal main line to main line through the north switch at the north end of Abbeville. I got to wait for the train. I haven't heard anything. We do have the abbeville switcher behind us still. It'll be here till tomorrow, 6 o'clock tomorrow morning when the abbeville switcher crew gets back. Alright, thank you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm walking back the red brick road on my way to Fantasyland. We got us a train coming in. I heard them blow the horn. I went home and got on some warm clothes because it got cold all of a sudden. Alright, I'll see you. Get more when he gets here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got one coming at us northbound. Looks like the GE coal train, SCWS coal train. And we got our new lights on today. Not all of them are on, but we got some new ones on. Clear signal, knocked down. Loaded coal train, hear how quiet it is. The engines weren't making too much noise. There's dynamic brakes, but all that is that cooling fan on the roof that cools the coils off today. Burned electricity up in when they use the traction motors and generators to create dynamic brakes. This one left Atlanta at 10 o'clock. It's just not getting here. I figure it's about 8 hours. Maybe 7.5. I haven't looked at my clock. DPU coming up. 3243. in dynamic brakes. Got the whole train on this side of the hill, so he's roaring now. They're doing that on the head end too. Whatever he's doing is because the head end is doing it. And I got old videos on my old laptop. I'm going to try to figure out how to load them up. And they got this train that's brand new. The red paint is real bright red. The cars are shiny silver and stuff. Alright, bottom end coming by. Blue EOT on it. They're headed home to Greenwood. They get off work there. Go home, get some sleep, and catch a new train tomorrow, y'all. Thank y'all. God bless y'all. Love y'all.